Welcome to MMA Uncut. Richie V is currently working right now, but I do have a day off, so I'm here, Sebastian the Great, here to talk about MMA, what's going on in today's game. Guys, huge win by Chris Weidman last Saturday against Kevin Gastelum. Kevin Gastelum had him hurt, almost finished him. I don't think he needed 30 more seconds. Kevin Gastelum said if I had 30 more seconds, I think he needed 10 more seconds, he would have finished him. That would have been a huge disaster. A lot of times in fight, period, it's about luck. It's about, because had he caught him a little bit sooner, it really shows that Kevin Gastelum is undersized for that division. He should be fighting at 170, but he needs to get his nutrition right. He just looked very small against Chris Weidman. And if he was having troubles with him, Chris Weidman was taking him down with ease, right? I think we could all agree upon that. He was taking him down really, really easy. Imagine if he goes in there and starts wrestling with Yoel Romero. I mean, Yoel Romero is probably the best wrestler in that division, hands down. Robert Whittaker was obviously able to stuff his takedowns, things of that sort, but still, guys. So we're going to resume these videos again. We're going to go back to twice a week, breakdowns, Conor McGregor, Mayweather, UFC fights, things like that are coming up. So, like I said, huge win for Chris Weidman. He fought Rockhold. I think Rockhold was going to beat him anyways. I think that's just a bad stylistic matchup for him. Obviously, when he fought Romero, he was winning that fight. To me, he was. And just got caught with the knee. But he lost that one. The Gegard-Mousasi fight, to me, he was hurt, guys. I really thought that he was rocked. So I think Gegard would have got him. So good to see Chris Weidman back on the comeback trail. Obviously, him and Bisping have been going back and forth. Bisping's going to fight when he returns from surgery. Whittaker, Robert Whittaker. Like I said, at this moment, if I was Robert, I would wait for that title shot. So, like I said, great win for Chris Weidman. So, another news, what do we have going on? Jon Bones Jones versus Daniel Cormier, DC. Guys, I love DC. I've been liking DC since his Strikeforce days when he filled in for Antonio Bigfoot Silva. Great wrestler, right? I think the best wrestler in MMA. The problem is he's fighting somebody, and me and Richie always go back and forth. I just got off the phone with him now. He thinks that Bones is just too long. He's just a bad matchup for him. We all have that person that, even like a great basketball team, there's always that one team they have problems with. There's always that great fighter that has problems with this specific style. And for whatever reason, Daniel Cormier can beat everybody in the division. He beat Rumble. Rumble can't beat him. Even if he comes back, I'll put my money on him. I think he beats Gustafsson again. I think he beats Jimmy Manuwa rather easy. Jimmy Manuwa just got in the game. Great kickboxer, great striker, but DC's going to rag on him. But Jon Bones Jones has that it factor. Now, the question is, was Jon Jones on PEDs, right? He's never going to say, yeah, I was on PEDs, because that would discredit everything. So he's going to deny it. Yeah, I need a dick pill. Richie brings up a good point. Why do you need a dick pill? You're still under 30 years old. You're a professional athlete. You're in great shape. Why do you need a dick pill? He's married as well. Like I said, a lot of factors. I don't know, man. Who do I got with this fight? I don't know. I really can't call. I know it's going to be a tough fight. It's not going to be a one-sided fight either way. I see it going a lot like the first fight. But I think that Daniel Cormier, I think he needs to stick to his wrestling a little bit more, right from the beginning. We all saw when Cain Velasquez fought JDS, right? The first time. He got caught. Second time, he tried to take him down like 10 times, but he finally got him. And that makes a whole of a difference. Mentally, if Jon Jones gets taken down for a minute or two, Cormier has confidence all of a sudden. And guys, confidence is what you need. Is Jon Jones the best fighter of our time? I would say yes. Richie says no. Like I said, he beat all the who's. But I want to see him fight Gustafsson. I want him to fight Cormier. He has to beat those two. And I would like to see him go to heavyweight. Because eventually, guys, I mean, if he beats Cormier, there's really no competition other than Gustafsson. Jimmy Manuwa is not going to beat Jon Bones Jones. So that's the fight that we have going on. If I had to pick, something weird tells me, this is odd, tells me that Cormier is going to get it done. Sounds crazy. I know it's a new podcast, right? We started last year, kind of stopped doing it. We think we're better than Fighter and the Kid. We have personality. We're younger. I like Brian Callen. Not a big Brendan Shaw fan. Yeah, brother, all this and that. I'm more realistic, and I can be wrong, and I don't have a problem with being wrong. Show me the facts, and I can change my mind. Do I think? See, the thing with Jon Jones, guys, he was always stronger than everybody. Period. When he fought Ryan Bader, he was able to manhandle him. He had people would always talk about his strength. Cormier, after he fought him, said he felt a lot bigger. Rampage, same thing. Was he on PEDs? Because if you look at his frame, right? Normally people who are that long aren't that strong. If you don't have a butt, he has no butt at all, and has skinny legs, normally you're not that strong. So was it PEDs, guys? Like I said, it's going to be, we'll be able to see on Saturday. I'm excited. But co-main event, right? We got Damian Maia, which I love Damian Maia. You guys know I'm a huge jiu-jitsu fan, against Tyrone Woodley. So who wins that fight? Wow, that's a good one. It all comes in, it's real simple, guys. Two different styles. You have a knockout artist, who's Woodley, power wrestler, super strong, probably the strongest guy in his division. And his striking is pretty good, right? He hurt Stephen Wonderboy Thompson several times. Could have finished him in either fight. Had him completely done in the last fight, the last minute, in my opinion. A couple more seconds here knocked him out. And then you have Damian Maia, whose jiu-jitsu is the best in MMA right now. Nobody has what he has. Can he take down Woodley? That's all it's going to come down to. Now it's going to be a very boring fight, guys, because what's going to happen is I think he's going to be on the defensive, and I don't think Woodley's going to overexpose himself because he doesn't want to get taken down, and he's not an idiot. He's not going to learn all that jiu-jitsu in a fighter's camp, in a 9-week camp. He's not going to get to the level of Damian Maia. He's a better wrestler. He's stronger, so a lot of positions he can pretty much get out of. The thing about Damian Maia, man, you never know. He could be saving a lot of his stuff. You know, when Holly Holm fought Ronda Rousey, she was barely winning her fights when she first came on the scene. And her trainer, Jackson's MMA, the camp that she was at, would always say they knew that one day she was going to fight Ronda Rousey, and they didn't let all the tricks out of the bag. Maybe Damian Maia has something that we don't know. But it's either going to go two ways. Either Damian Maia is able to take him down, or he's probably going to get KO'd. And I would say he gets KO'd third round. So it's going two ways. If I am a betting guy, I heard people say if I was a betting guy, I am a betting guy, I'd go with Tyrone Woodley. He has a lot of power. I think he's underrated. I don't think people understand how great he is. Guys, he knocked out Robbie Lawler cold. If he fights him again, he'll knock him out again. Man, that's going to be a great. Let's look at other fights that we have going on. Like I said, congratulations to Weidman. He's back on it. All right, Christine Justino, Cyborg Santos, fights Tanya Evinger. Okay, I don't even know who that is. I'm not going to bet against Cyborg unless she's fighting a man, right? So I got Cyborg on that. And then, guys, a fight that a lot of people aren't talking about is Donald Cerrone is fighting Robbie Lawler. What the fuck? Nobody's talking about that. Like, I know the McGregor thing is on, McGregor Mayweather. Guys, this is MMA. This is pure combat. This is like the cream de la crop. Like, you're talking about a brawler champion against Donald Cerrone. And I already know who's going to win this fight, and I can bet any of what you guys want. Robbie Lawler is going to knock him out between the first two rounds, period. I don't care how you put it. And the way I do it, you can't always use MMA math. It doesn't work. But if you think about it, right? Pressure fighters always give Cerrone problems, period. When he fought Anthony Pettis and he hit him with the lever, he was fucking him up. When he fought Nate Diaz, right, he was fucking him up. Dos Anjos fucked him up. Robbie Lawler is bigger than these guys, hits harder than all of them. He's going to fuck him up. Cowboy is, to me, I would rate him like, he's like an All-Star Overeem, right? Someone that's really, really good. He can beat anybody on any given night. But when the lights are brightest, for some reason, he can't come through. He's missing something to be a champ. I don't know if it's belief, but guys, this is why I always tell people, champions rise to the occasion. They want that pressure, right? They go to a different mode. Kevin Durant, I'm going to play basketball here, he rose to the occasion. Conor McGregor is a champion. When he had Nate Diaz, guys, when he fought Nate Diaz the second time, I bet on that fight. Third round, I thought he was going to quit, but he rose to the occasion. Anderson Silva, he fought Chael Sonnen, choked him out. So that's what I think about Cowboy Cerrone. I don't think he'll ever be champion, but he's a great fighter. Like I said, I mean, you're number 2, number 3 in the world in that weight division. I'll take that. But as far as champion, guys, that's what makes it so great. So Daniel Cormier, Jones, I'm picking DC. Have a weird feeling about that. I could be wrong, guys. Of course, John Bones Jones can win there and start taking him down. Like, that mentally will fuck DC up. Tyron Woodley, I'm taking Tyron Woodley. Christine Cyborg versus Tanya Evinger. Cyborg, I mean, unless you're a man, you're probably not going to be Cyborg. Unless, Amanda Nunes, I think, would have a chance against her. But they won't fight. I think she's in the all-girls mental state. Jermaine Geronimi, whatever that champion was, flat out scared of her. There's no other way. You're a champion, and you get stripped because you want to fight someone with PEDs. I get it, but she's been clean. You're scared of her. There's no other way to put it. Robbie Lawler, Donald Cerrone. This is one of the great cards of this year, guys. We really need to talk about it. But what's going on is the Mayweather McGregor thing is taking up so much of everybody's time, and that's all people talk about. So this is probably the biggest card of the year, in my opinion, the best card of the year. Robbie Lawler, Donald Cerrone. Robbie Lawler is going to start him in third 3 rounds. Mark my word. Jimmy Manua against Volkan. All right, they say Volkan's the truth. He fighting Jimmy Manua. We'll see. That's a great fight as well. Light heavyweight contenders. Maybe somebody to throw at the John Bones Jones DC winner. Why not? Fresh blood. Gustafsson. All right, guys. And then you have Jason Knight versus Ricardo Lamas. Ricardo Lamas, another guy like Cowboy Cerrone. He ain't going to be champ, so whatever. Ronald Barral. Guys, you remember Barral, how good he was before TJ Dillashaw fucked him up? They were saying that they say he was getting the best out of Aldo and in camp. They said that he was that good. He might have moved up or down. He was killing everybody. PEDs, USADA, we never know. I'm just saying. He's fighting Aljamain Sterling, who's a great fighter as well, in my opinion. Has a lot of potential. That's going to be a good fight. Other than that, like I said, those are, the best card of the year. You guys have my predictions. Daniel Cormier. I don't know why. I have a weird hunch going with my gut feeling. Tyrone. Cyborg. Robbie Lawler. Jimmy Manua. I'm going with him. He's the poster boy. He's got great strikes. I've seen him fight. Don't really know a lot about Volkan other than he's hungry. I've seen him fight. But I'm not too sold on him. And, yeah, that's what I have right now. Guys, as far as everything else is concerned, I wonder, to me, the most important, the biggest fight is, for me at least, we're talking about it, is I think they said that in September or October, Cain Velasquez and Stipe are going to go at it. So, that's a tough one because I love Cain. Cain in his prime, to me, beats anybody. John Bones Jones, anybody. He was a dog. But he has so many injuries, guys. And people don't understand how bad back pain is. People say, oh, guys, I had back pain. I've broken my ankle before. ACL tear. Dislocated shoulder. Excuse me. I've been sick as fuck. Whatever. Worst of the worst has happened to me. And to be honest with you, the back pain that I had when I was working out and I pulled something in my back, I haven't yet recovered 100%, is the worst pain. So Cain suffers with that. Something called sciatica. I don't know if he can get back to 100%. Stipe, he's got a chin on him, right? He took he took Overeem's best shot, marched forward. He fought JDS, beat JDS. Let me say something about this. It's all about confidence, guys, between champions and fighters who are really good. Let me tell you why. JDS in his prime would have knocked Stipe the fuck out. I really feel like that. Yeah, Stipe's a great. I get it. When they fought last, a couple months ago, in the first round, Stipe knocked him out. There was a moment where JDS was about to throw his overhand right, and he was going to throw it, and he didn't do it. Stipe froze. I brought it up to all my friends and showed it to them. He froze like he didn't know what to do. Well, ends up coming out. JDS doesn't have confidence. He just ends up going back against the cage. He ends up getting caught. We all know what happened. But in his prime, he would have thrown that big bomb. And I promise you, right? I'm no physics major or anything like that, but that bomb would have landed. And in his prime, he wasn't scared. He wasn't gun shy. I think he would have fucked them up. But that fight, guys, is the ones that I really want to see this year. To me, is Kane going to come back? Because there's been reports that he's going to retire. I think if he loses, he retires. Man, Kane, guys, Kane was a force to be reckoned with. People forget how good he was. Amazing wrestling. And then his pace was unmatched. Like, he could fuck you up and keep punching you. Remember, he fought Ben Rothwell. He was punching him the whole time. He just wouldn't stop. So, do want to give a little bit about me. Today, I'm going back to jiu-jitsu. My boy Napo, he has an MMA class. He knows an instructor. So at 7 p.m., I'm going there. Been doing weights again. So this will probably lead me up, the jiu-jitsu. I'm excited to let you guys know how things are going. Richie V, just want to send out a shout out to you guys. I know people were tired of the Conor McGregor thing, and I made a video, guys, but I will say this, in the last 2-3 minutes, I got to wrap it up. But Conor does have a chance. People are making Conor seem like he's a guy off the street, a bouncer, somebody like that, of me, right? You work out 4 or 5 times a week, but guys, they would have no chance against Mayweather. But you're talking about a professional athlete who strikes all the time, who has nasty power. No one's ever flattened Jose Aldo like that. Max Holloway is a great boxer, guys. Nate Diaz is a 200-pound man who's got really good boxing. I mean, he spars with Andre Ward, right? He's long. McGregor was getting the best of him on his feet. He gassed, so Diaz came back. But in the first couple rounds, McGregor's too fast for him, guys. He's long. He's strong as fuck. I think he has a chance. I think, me and Richard were talking about it, I'll give him a 15 to 20% chance to beat Mayweather. 15 to 20% chance. I'm a betting guy. I'll bet on Mayweather all day. But he does have a chance. So people are going to watch it. All these purists, oh man, die-hard boxing, all this and that, they don't like MMA because a lot of people don't like change. But guys, if you're honest with yourself, the true combat in anything, I mean, there's almost no rules in MMA. I mean, kicks, punches. I mean, that's what a street fight's about. It's not boxing. A ref's not going to give you a standing 10 count. This doesn't happen. So, he does have a chance, guys. We'll get a more thorough breakdown. I will have a boxing guru on the show who loves boxing. His name is Chris Nobles from Die Hard Boxing. He has a pretty big group. He's going to be on, and we'll be going back and forth debates, first take style, because I think McGregor can catch him with the left hand. I really think he can. Now, what's going to happen when he I think he'll catch him once. I think he's way stronger. I think Floyd's past his prime, guys. Way past his prime. I think if Floyd was in his prime, I'd give McGregor a 5% chance to beat him, but he still has a chance. All your friends say there's a 0% chance. Why wouldn't you take easy money, right? If there's 0% chance, you're telling me, hey, I sell everything I have, and you're going to give me 20% of that, because that's what the odds are paying back right now. I'll take it. I mean, you're not going to make 20% on anywhere, all right? Math is math. So, basically telling me I give you $10,000, you'll give me $1,200, but there's no risk. It's gambling for a reason. There is a chance. Because McGregor can always catch this dude and just catch him slipping. And we've seen it all with the best guys. You saw Ray Mercer versus Tim Silva in a May fight. Ray Mercer just threw a haymaker and caught his ass. Matt Serra, guys, versus GSP. Matt Serra versus GSP, right? Everybody thought GSP was going to win that fight. No one gave Matt Serra a chance. One punch can change the whole thing. I've seen Rockman and Lennox Lewis whooping his ass the whole fight. It's a boxing match. Granted, he's a boxer. But he caught him with one hand, with a basic right hand. Flush in the chin, knocked him out. So anything can happen, guys. So, like I said, we'll have a better breakdown. Comment, subscribe, talk about what you guys think. Me and Richie really have big goals, guys. We would like to be UFC commentators one day. You never know. We think we're fun and younger. We're not as closed-minded, not to knock on anybody, but you got people like Brendan Schaub, like, yeah, brother, blah, blah, blah. Somebody new, some fresh blood. Then you got Ariel Helwani, who's got like old-ass dudes on the MMA Hour talking dumb shit. Like, what the fuck? These guys don't even know boxing. I don't even know if they can still see. Not to knock on anybody, but we love this shit. Like, me and Richie, like, no lie, we'll call each other 2, 3 in the morning, bromance, call it what you want, and we talk about fights. I mean, literally, I don't do anything else. Like, I don't really go out much. I'm kind of boring. My boy will call me 2, 3 in the morning, and he's like, yo, bro, you watched that fight, the prelim fight? This guy is good. Derek Elkins, the way he came back. I mean, shit like that. We're diehard, balls deep, Brendan Schaub. But like I said, let us know what you guys think, what you guys would like to talk about. You want to come on the show? We're based out of Dallas, Texas. We did it in my apartment. Nothing major now, but we will get big one day. And like I said, that's the breakdown and this current news, what's going on. We'll do another video on Thursday. All right, guys. Thanks for the love.